What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. This video, we're breaking down how to hit a volleyball with more power. Let's get right into it immediately. Point number one I want to make when hitting with more power is focusing on really contacting the ball with the palm of your hand and really hitting it with the meat in that sweet spot of the hand. I correlate the volleyball swing and the swing path a lot to the game of golf. For all my golfers out there, in golf, to hit the ball the farthest, to hit it the straightest, you have to hit the center of that club face. And the same thing goes for volleyball. When you can hit the center, the meat of that palm of your hand, you're gonna hit it with the most power, you're gonna hit it with the most consistency, and you're gonna put the ball where you wanna go with great force. You can see in this clip here of Rutgers outside hitter tracking this ball really well into contact and on contact, snapping hard with power right on his palm of the hand. Now this is a fantastic dig by SVU here, but coming in with good speed and just cleanly contacting that ball. One-on-one, you're gonna get a dig, and he put a good swing on this ball, but an even better up by SVU. All right, number two, one thing to avoid when attacking the volleyball is to hit the ball like a catapult. This is kind of a picture that I want to put in your head of something you don't want to do. So when you picture a catapult, you picture that arm going back and flinging forward. We don't want it to be flat with our swing, just back and forward or up and forward. That catapult motion of just up and back, that is something we want to avoid. It's going to take away all your power. It's going to have a really flat attack, which is really much easier to defend. And you can see in this clip here, free ball coming into the setter, and this middle comes straight up with his hand and straight down, resulting in an easy scoop dig by Rutgers here and a chance for them to score. But if we look at this attack, this is really a one-on-one option in this middle blocker's approach straight up with his hand. We want to see more depth. We need to see more torque and movement and shoulder rotation. If you go straight up and straight down, you take away all your power, you take away your speed, you're limiting your top spin, and that flat attack is going to go right to the defense and make it easy for them to scoop it right up, as evidenced in this play. Number three, in your approach, to get the most power on your arm swing in your attacks, you have to use speed and momentum, and that means each step building on another. We typically use the phrase slow to fast. So starting with slow feet and those last two steps into your complete jump, you want them to be as fast as any step in your entire approach. You'll see Christian Schaefer in this clip do a great job from the back row on a free ball here. Starts in slow, and those last two steps are violent, in line with his arms, allowing him to get a high contact point and kill this ball, then put it away. This is a lot on timing and keeping those last two steps really quick while keeping the ball in front of him as well. So other key things, but speed in your approach gives you more momentum in your jump, more height on your jump. You can put away a ball like this, maybe not like this, but something like it. Number four, we have no wasted movement. One thing I see a lot from varying levels of skill and attackers is players that don't know how to use their feet, don't know how to be patient in their approach, and find themselves getting caught up, taking extra steps, tripping up on their own feet, or generally just not knowing how to orient themselves in their approach. One thing I will always say is the less wasted movement, the better. And that means if you have a 4-step approach, only take 4 steps. If you have a 3-step approach, only take 3 steps, and maximize the steps that you take during your approach. You can see in this clip here, an out-of-system ball, player waits and sees where's this ball is set. It's a high set, but it's still a 3-step approach with that left foot, right foot, left foot, allowing still a good jump and able to terminate that ball. with speed, with power. I see a lot of people when they get a ball that's not in system, in tempo, it's not exactly the place that they want it, shuffling their feet here, taking lots of little baby steps. But when you can really stick to your 3 or 4 step approach, so limiting those extra movement steps in your approach, maximize your full capacity in your jump, and stay true to your mechanics in your arm swing, that's how you're able to terminate these balls no matter on where the set is on the court. So be like this. Number 5, this is breaking down some of the mechanics of the arm swing to get you more power, and this is the most important one in my book, to get more kills, to hit harder, to tool the block better. These mechanics in the arm swing will do all those things for you. And this clip, Andrew Zalek was one of the best hitters in our conference last year for a reason, because of some of his mechanics, because of the depth he got in his shoulder, his rotation, his torque, the topspin that he hit with. All those things play a big difference, and you'll see why in this clip. Out of system ball right to the setter with a high ball attack, coming in rotation 1 to Zalek, hitting out of the left side. He locates that ball, gets deep, good arms, and then I'll pause this right here. This is really what we're looking for in the arm swing. Super deep. He's a lefty, so super deep in that swing arm. His shoulders are coming apart here. His lead guide arm is high up in the air, tracking that ball, making sure it's in front of him. And then as you get more depth in that arm, the elbow comes up with that whip-like motion, and he comes and snaps through on this ball and puts it deep in the corner. So I talked about not hitting like a catapult, not going straight up, hitting down. The whip motion is what you want. You want a really tough, locked wrist with a lot of rotation in the shoulder, like you're hitting a whip, but instead of throwing a whip out there, you're getting that rotation, coming up high with the elbow and swinging down. An exercise you can do to improve on this without a setter, without someone that can give you reps, is just getting a small hand towel in your hand. Practice that shoulder turn, practice getting that whip motion. You get all the reps of practicing it without having to go through all the hassle of finding a gym and getting a setter in there. But this is what we're looking for in terms of swinging hard. You have to use your arms. You have to get depth in your shoulders. I like to really lock that wrist back to get maximum power in the arm swing. And then once you get deep, finish hard. Finish with a high elbow and snap to get a lot of topspin on the ball. That's how you do it. The last tip I have for you guys is to get in the gym. The best way to increase power is to get stronger, to increase your vertical, to have a better core. If you want to jump higher, you have to get in the gym. If you want to hit harder, being stronger is not going to hurt you on the volleyball court. I know there's some players out there that can be super thin and hit really hard, and while that is great, if you are looking to hit the ball a little bit harder, growing your legs is going to be your best bet. So finding time in the gym to get a little bit stronger would be my best recommendation to get more power in your attack. Try implementing some of this stuff into your game. Let me know in the comments how it goes, and thanks for tuning in as always. Let me know what you want to see next. Our volleyball season is right around the corner, so lots of Marymount content to come. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you next time. Peace.